All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down the raw, unfiltered mentality of what it really takes to win. We're going to look at the mindset that separates the good from the truly great by digging into the core principles that drive champions.
So, let's kick things off with a question that, gets right to the heart of why so many of us get stuck. We wait. We wait for that lightning bolt of inspiration, for that perfect moment of motivation to hit us before we finally get started. But what if? What if that entire idea is completely backward? And here it is. This is the first big idea we have to completely flip on its head. See, you don't find motivation, you create it. Action is the spark, not the result. That feeling of motivation we're all chasing, it's the effect of getting started, not the cause.
Okay, so let's dive into this first stage of the climb, really understanding that the key isn't feeling ready. The key is just to start, no matter how small that start is. So what's the trick? Well, it's to make that first step almost laughably small. Don't even think about the entire mountain you have to climb. Just find the minimum viable action. Seriously, if you're stuck, just writing down the problem on a piece of paper, that's an action. That first tiny move creates the momentum that's going to carry you to the next step and then the next.
And this right here, this shows you the critical order of things. See, confidence doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It's earned. And the currency you use to buy it, it's courage. It's just the willingness to act without knowing for sure what's going to happen. You take that one courageous step, you prove to yourself you can do it, and that's where real, lasting confidence is born.
Okay, so you've taken that first step. Awesome. But now the real journey starts. And the secret that champions know, deep down, is that it's supposed to be hard. The struggle isn't some obstacle in your way. The struggle is the way.
This quote, it just reveals such a profound mental shift. Most of us, we feel pain and we see it as a signal to stop, right? But a champion sees it totally differently, as the most authentic sign of effort. It's proof that you're actually pushing your boundaries and truly doing the work.
This is it. This is the moment that matters. It's in those final moments of struggle, when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to quit. That's where the real growth happens. The person who can push through that pain barrier, that's the person who transforms. That right there is the dividing line.
So let's keep climbing. Let's move to the peak and see how all this builds into the truly uncompromising mentality of a champion. Because greatness isn't free. It has a price, and champions, well, they're willing to pay it in full, every single time.
And this brings us to 3 questions that just cut through all the noise. What do you want? How badly do you want it? And the big one, how much are you willing to suffer for it? Your answer to that last question, that one determines everything.
That's a powerful, almost brutal way to define what it takes, right? It suggests that to get to the absolute top, you gotta be wired a little differently. You have to be missing that little voice, that little mechanism that tells you when it's time to quit. You just keep going.
Look at this comparison because it reveals the crucial difference. A good competitor thinks, okay, hopefully I can just survive this. But a champion thinks, I have to find what else I have to give. It's a total shift from passive survival to an active hunt for more capacity, even when you feel like you're running on empty.
And this is the relentless math of consistency. Every single break has a cost, and it's double what you think. While other people are taking Sunday off, they won't even be back to where they were on Saturday until Tuesday. The champion uses that exact time to pull away.
So you see, greatness isn't about one single heroic effort. It's about the simple, relentless act of stacking one good day of work on top of the next and the next without fail. You just keep laying one perfect brick, one perfect day on top of the last one. But look, the external battle, that's only half the story. The greatest victories are won, and yeah, the most devastating losses are suffered right inside your own head. Just think about that for a second. That inner dialogue, the one that's running in your head all day, every day. Is it your greatest ally, or is it your most destructive enemy? Because that voice, it's going to determine the quality of your entire life. Learning to control it is the first real step toward freedom.
Here's a really vital truth to remember. The pain of discipline, it weighs ounces. But the pain of regret, that weighs tons. That hard work you're doing right now might feel heavy, I get it, but it is absolutely nothing compared to the weight of knowing you didn't do what you could have.
So the key isn't to somehow avoid regret. That's impossible. It's to reframe it. Use it as a tool, not a punishment. It's a teacher that shows you exactly where you went wrong so you can do better next time. That balanced, thoughtful kind of regret, that helps you grow. But that unbalanced guilt that just tears you down, that's not a tool. That's a prison.
Okay, so let's bring all this home. After all the work, all the pain, all the discipline, we have to ask the ultimate question. What is this all for? What's the point?
Man, this quote, it's just a powerful and honestly a pretty sobering reminder. We always think we have more time. We always think there's a tomorrow. But the truth is, we just don't. Whatever your goal is, whatever your it is, the time to go after it is right now.
Think about the stakes. For real. Every single night, over 150,000 people go to sleep and just don't wake up the next day. When you really let that number sink in, it completely changes how you look at the day in front of you. Nothing is guaranteed.
This question, it forces us to live with the awareness that our time is running out. It's not about being dark or morbid. It's a tool for clarity. If this was all you had left, what would you really focus on?
And really, this is what it all builds to. Forget what you say you're about. Forget your plans and your New Year's resolutions. If your life's actions were the only evidence left behind, what would they declare to the world about who you were?
So the final takeaway here, it isn't some complex formula. It's a call to action. It's a permission slip to stop waiting for motivation, to embrace the struggle, and to start building a life that speaks for itself. Greatness isn't some destination you arrive at. It's a decision you make every single day. And the choice, as always, is yours.